Lakshmi Devi. That is who we are celebrating during the 3 days. So when we generally refer to Mahalakshmi, we are referring to Mahavishnu's consort, Lakshmi Devi. Because there are so many Lakshmi Devis in the spiritual world, not just one. Who says that? Lord Brahma himself says that. He says, Lakshmi Sahasra Satasam Brahma Sevyamanam Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham. There are so many Lakshmis who are serving different forms of Vishnu in the spiritual world, because there are literally hundreds of thousands of Vishnu planets in the Vaikuntha Lokas. So it is very vast. Now all of these things are very, very detailed, explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam, to some extent in the Bhagavad Gita itself, in a very nutshell form. Krishna refers to it in the 9th chapter, a little bit in the 10th chapter, and so on and so forth. Brahmaji explains that in a very elaborate way in Brahma Samhita, which is a wonderful scripture that was, for in today's days, was found in a place called Tiruvattar, which is near Trivandrum. How many of you have been to Trivandrum? Anantapadmanabha Swami temple. It's a beautiful temple. Just not too far from there is this place where this Brahma Samhitas, just one portion was found. And why was it found there? Because the Lord there, who is the Adikeshwara Brahma, is none other than the one from whom Lord Brahma came. So that is Brahma's original place. So Brahma Samhita was formed from his navi, from his navel. So Lord Shiva, then what happens is, when Mahavishnu comes and he wants to create this material world, from his, what do you call this?
Forehead.
You know, the
Third eye.
Yeah, the third eye place. How do you call it in Hindi?
Kapal.
From that place, he just glances like this, and from that comes Lord Shiva in one particular form. And that name of Lord, that Lord's Shiva's name is called as Shambhu. He's called as Shambhu. And from Mahavishnu, there is Lakshmi Devi. And Lakshmi Devi expands into one form called Rama. She's called Rama Devi. And what is her responsibility? She's the one who is responsible for this entire material creation. This entire material creation is under her control. And from Rama Devi, there is one small expansion that comes, that is Durga. And then that Durga expands into these Navaratris that we are celebrating, where there are various forms of Mother Durga. So this is how the creation happens in the... And so these Navadurgas whom we are celebrating are the ones who are the guardians of this entire material world. Anything that happens in this material world cannot happen without their sight. You know, they are in complete control of everything. And who's controlling and under whose supervision are they controlling? Krishna says that in the Bhagavad Gita. He says, Maya Dhyakshena Prakriti Suyase Sacharacha Hetunanena Kaunteya Jagatki Parivartate. Jagatki Parivartate, this entire Jagat is being controlled by my Prakriti. And who is the Prakriti? All these Durgas who are taking care of the Maya, Shakti, and the Durgas. They are all taking care of this. They are the guardians of this. And that's the Golok chart that Prabhu is showing up very nicely. And then we have Krishna, who's directly giving his supervision to the, he's supervising how everything is happening, because Krishna doesn't involve directly in the creative process or the maintenance or any of those things directly. So that is very beautifully explained. So there you see that there is Shambhu. Shambhu is coming after the Brahma Jyoti. Viraja river is there. And then there is Karanodakashaya Vishnu, it is written there, who is sleeping in the causal ocean. The mouse is going there, right? And then there is Lakshmi Devi. And from Lakshmi Devi there is Durga. And then there is also in between Rama Devi, from whom everything is created, right? And then from the Nabi, and all the Brahmadas are created. Now you see the circle there, the different circles there. Right? Everybody is able to see? Those circles are the different circles of the different elements. We have Bhumi, Rapo, Nalo, Vayu, Kam. All of those, each one is 10 times longer than the first one. So the first one is, let's say, X, the next one is 10X, and then it is 10X into 10X, and then 10X into 10X, like that. It keeps on growing. So that is the cycle that which engrosses the entire material creation. And then there is one Vishnu sitting. So once you saw already that there is one Vishnu there on the top, and then there is another Vishnu here. And the ocean below him is called as the Garbha Udaka. Udaka means water. Garbha Udaka is where he is sleeping. And from his Nabi is where Lord Brahma is coming. Can you see that little thing going up all the way up? And then there is Brahma sitting there. And then between Brahma and Lord Vishnu, all the 14 planetary systems are there. We are in the Bhuloka. Our
Seventh planet.
place is called the Bhumandala. Bhuloka, Bhumandala is slightly different in the sense that we have Earth planet. There is only one planet, but there are many planets even in the Bhumandala. It's not one planet which causes this place. Everybody getting it? Right? Or is it boring? It's a very interesting thing because how the creation is, how we are sitting here and how the whole thing is going on. Right? Then there is Bhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha, Tapaha, Janaha, Satyaloka. Satyaloka is the place of the Satyamandala, is the place where Lord Brahma is seated. So that is the upper planetary systems that is called. And then below Bhumandala is the mandalas of Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala. All the netherly planets, which is the generally called as hellish planets. So when we refer to Swarga, we are referring to the upper planets. And when we are referring to Naraka, we are referring to the lower planets. This is the entire 14 planetary systems that Prabhu is showing now there beautifully. See here. Bhu, Bhuvaha, Swaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satyam. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala. All these 14 planetary systems together is called as one Brahmanda. Anda means it's like an egg. And there is one Brahma for this entire egg-like structure. So it is called Brahma Anda. And there is one Vishnu there. Right? And from that Vishnu, there is another Vishnu who comes. And he is the one who is on the left hand side. You can see that he is called Shirodakashaya Vishnu. Just on the left hand side you can see. This little one there. And that Vishnu, he expands into multiple forms. How many forms? Literally millions and trillions of forms. And where are these forms residing? They are residing in our heart as Paramatma. So that is where the Paramatma comes from. Shirodakashaya Vishnu. Shira Udaka means milk ocean. So the Lord is sleeping there in the milk ocean and the Paramatma is coming and sitting in everybody's heart. So this is how the whole creation happens. And then when the Lord is sitting there are also different devatas who are responsible for different activities within our body. Like for example, our breathing is controlled by one devata. Our seeing is controlled by one devata. Right? Our sleeping and waking up in the morning is controlled by devata. Like that, everything in our bodies. But do we see the devatas in our body? We just take things for granted. So everything is controlled by different devatas within the Adi devatas. They are called Adhyatmika, Adi Daivika, Adi Bhautika. Right? So Adi devatas, they are all taking care of our body so nicely. So we have to understand why we are celebrating these festivals, and when we are describing these wonderful forms of Mother Durga as to what are they responsible for and how they play an important role in our everyday life. Right? One is just celebrating the festival and it's nice. But then to understand the tattva behind it as to why this is all happening, who's sitting where, and things like that. So we saw Sambho, we saw Durga, and from Mother Durga comes so many avatars. So we saw Brahma also. And then from Brahmas, when Brahma wanted to create, he, from his kapal, his netri, I don't know what else to call it. So from there, another form of Lord Shiva comes. And he is the one who is one of the three murtis, which is Vishnu, Mahesha. He is also called as Mahesh. And he is called Brahma, Mahesh and Vishnu. So that Mahesh is the one who comes from Brahma's forehead. And then from that Mahesh, there are another 11 forms of Lord Shiva who come. Mind-boggling, right? Another 11 forms of Lord Shiva comes, and they are called the Rudras. the 11 Rudras. And they are also the Devatas. So when we refer to Devata or the demigod Shiva, we are referring to the Rudras. We are not referring to the Maha Sadashiva who is sitting there in Kailash. No, he is a great personality sitting there in the spiritual world. But here, the one whom we are referring to generally in the material world as Lord Shiva is the one who is the one of the Rudras. So this is the tattva of how Lord Shiva expands. And to assist Lord Shiva, there is Mother Parvati, Mother Durga, always there in her different forms, who's assisting the entire creation, the maintenance and everything. Right? And all of these dhamas, right? These are all called dhamas or planets, as we say in English. They are all dham. Dham means the residing place. Where are they residing? They are all residing in the belly of the Supreme Lord. And that Lord is called as Dhamodara. That's why he is called Dhama Udara. All the Dhamas are sitting in his Udara. So he is called Dhamodara. So that is also a reason why Krishna is called as Dhamodara. And so he is controlling everything. When the whole creation is completely destroyed, all the Dhamas come and reside in his belly. And again, when the creation happens, everything comes out of his belly and everything is created. And so he is called as Damodara. Of course, in this particular Leela, Krishna is called Damodara not because of all the Dhamas residing in him. It is because Mother Yashoda is tying his belly with a rope, Dhama. So he is called as Damodara. Okay. So this is a very wonderful festival again. After the Navaratri, after the Sharad Purnima. The day immediately after the Sharad Purnima is the month of Kartik or the month of Damodara as it's called. Right? Both same. So huge festival in the place of Sri Vrindavan Dham. Not only in Vrindavan Dham, but all over the world, all over the creation, all over the entire spiritual world, there is the celebration of the Damodara. What is the beauty of Damodara festival? The beauty of Damodar festival is that it is only majorly celebrated in this world. It is not celebrated in Goloka Vrindavan. Why? Because in Goloka Vrindavan, Krishna is always 16 years. He's always 16 years there eternally. But he's not a little baby there. He's not like he's born and Krishna is never born. But Krishna is born in this, apparently in this world, but in his spiritual form, in his transcendental form. And so we get the opportunity to celebrate Damodar. So how fortunate we are. Even in the spiritual world, they cannot celebrate Damodar. We are celebrating Damodar here. So we are very, very fortunate. And what are we celebrating during this Damodar? And how long are we celebrating? We are celebrating the wonderful pastime of Krishna. What is the pastime? Krishna was a thief. He was Makan Chor. Or he is Makan Chor. He likes to steal Makan. Does anybody celebrate somebody stealing something? If you steal something, does your father celebrate it? No. Why are you stealing? Right? But Krishna is stealing something, we are celebrating. How long are we celebrating? One day? One full month we are celebrating. Just one full month? Every year, one full month we are celebrating. In Dubai alone, do you have any idea how many places they are celebrating this Damodar during the Damodar month? 1,500 different houses. Every year they are having this Damodar month. 1,500 houses. More than 1,500. I counted, reported is 1,500. Unreported many. There's so many houses in Dubai. Very astonishing. When we looked at the numbers, it was very astonishing. And in each house, at least 10, 15 people, 20 people come. Just imagine how many people are celebrating Damodar month right here in Dubai. Such a wonderful festival. And what is the festival about? That Krishna was stealing butter in everybody's house. And so Mother Yashoda decided that she wanted to make butter. Why is that Krishna is stealing butter from everybody's house? Why not when I have so much butter in my own house? And there are like 9 lakh cows that Mother Yashoda had in her Nanda Maharaj was having 9 lakh cows. And there is so much butter at home. And he is not taking this butter and he is going elsewhere and stealing butter. What is wrong with that? Maybe My maid servants are not making the butter well. They are not taking enough care to make the butter nicely. So, on this day before the Diwali, when Nanda Maharaj, Sunanda, Upananda, Rohini Mata, they all went. Why do they go? They all went to all the relatives' house to go and invite them for Diwali. Please come to our home for Diwali. We have nice sweets made. Please come. They are going to invite everyone personally. So, all the servant maids of Mother Yashoda were on leave, Chutti, because it's Diwali. Everybody take leave. You can go celebrate Diwali. So she said. So nobody came in the morning. So Mother Yashoda thought this is the right time for me to engage. So she said, I will make the butter for Krishna myself. And let's see now after eating my butter if he'll go out to steal or not. So that was the plan. And then she started to make butter, and then Krishna was sleeping, and then Krishna came, looking, because every day when he wakes up, he only wakes up in the face of Mother Yashoda, because he doesn't want to wake up in anybody else's face. And on that day, he did not see Mother Yashoda, so he was angry. Where is Mother Yashoda? I can hear her sound, and she is not here. She is not paying attention to me. A lot of children want attention, right? Otherwise, now some Prabhu is very smartly managed some drawing and everything and given. Otherwise, they will all seek attention here. That's why he managed to switch their attention there. Right? But otherwise, children need attention. So, Krishna did not get attention, and then again when he came and he was having milk, and then Mother Yashoda left him there to go and attend to the kitchen, he got angry because again no attention. So he broke the pot, and then he went and again broke all the pots inside the storage and tried to steal butter in his own house. So Mother Yashoda wanted to teach him a lesson, and teaching that lesson and tying him with a rope with a mortar is this wonderful festival of Damodara. Of course, Prabhu is planning to have a Damodar festival here. So you will hear this Leela in a more elaborate way. So I'll keep your curiosity and spiritual anxiety to know more about it very soon, probably in the coming week or so.
Prabhuji, that part also, like tying and then every time,
Yeah.
even if you go.
So Mother Yashoda was trying to tie Krishna. But who is Krishna? As we just saw, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Can he be tied? He cannot be tied. But Mother Yashoda is mother, so she was trying. When she was trying, it was 2 fingers always short, the rope. When she was trying to make the knot, it's always 2 fingers short. And then she wants to get more rope. And then by the time all that commotion was going on, all the other elderly gopis from the nearby houses, they all assembled there. And then they all came, they were standing, what's going on, what's this all sound about? And then all the gopis, Gopas, they're all standing there. Oh, Krishna was caught red-handed by his mother, Yashoda. And she's trying to tie up. Now all the gopis, they're starting to cheering up. Mother Yashoda, yeah, when we said you did not listen to us, that he stole butter in our house, and now that he stole butter in your own house, you want to do this? Yes, do it. You want more rope? We will get rope. So they are starting to get rope from their own houses. And then when Krishna sees Mother Yashoda putting in so much effort, but with so much love to tie Krishna and teach him a lesson, Krishna is so pleased. Because he is a supreme God. But when his devotee, Mother Yashoda, is trying to please him, he is so happy for that. And so he allows himself to be tied. So Krishna, the Supreme Lord, can never be tied. But then if he allows himself to be tied, then it is possible to be tied. And that rope is not just a rope, but it's a rope of love and devotion. So when we also pray to Krishna with pure love and devotion, we can also tie Krishna within our hearts. That Sukadeva Goswami is confirming right in the beginning of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Dharma projita gaitavatra paramo dharmatsaranam satam vedhyam vastavavatra vaskushavadam tapatrayavam muladam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamanikrite kimva pare Ishvara Sadyo Hrudi avaruddhate. At that very moment when your devotion develops and fructifies into its maturity, you can sadyo, at that very moment you can attract and arrest Krishna within your heart. Takshanat, he says, that very kshana you can bring Krishna within your heart. But how should your heart be? That heart should be like makhan. Right? It has to be as soft as the butter. When your heart is hard, Krishna doesn't want to come inside the heart. But when your heart is soft, then he wants to come and actually steal that heart. And that is the heart that he steals, which is called the Makan Chor. So the real Makan Chor is the one who wants to steal the butter-like hearts of the devotees. So that is the wonderful Leela of this Damodar Leela. So I encourage all of you. I'm very encouraged by Vishankar Prabhu with all his wonderful spiritual activities that he's trying to do here, inviting you all, engaging you all, and trying to teach Bhagavad Gita here regularly. I can see so many copies of Bhagavad Gita that he is ready to give to everyone and make everybody learn. So very happy for that. And thank you all today for coming on this wonderful occasion and also, celebrating this wonderful festival of Saraswati Puja. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We'll have a very short, small kirtan and then we will